Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back with another brand new video. Today's video we are finally, and I mean finally, back to previewing slash predicting football games. Now I know what you're going to ask, CJ, how are you supposed to preview and predict a game that's pretty much impossible to preview and predict, as it's a friendly and pretty much every single person will play at some point? So how are we supposed to predict that? And in my response, I've got to say, good question. You caught me off guard with that. I wish I had an answer. But in truth, it is my birthday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Is there anything else I would rather do than sit right here talking to you about Rangers things? No, no really. Just make sure the missus didn't hear that. I didn't give you free rings later. I'm in trouble and I need your help. But all joking in that aside, I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, there is a couple of things I want to talk to you about this game tomorrow. There's a couple of updates regarding injuries and fitness, and also some important talking points, including a certain Alfredo Morelos. Now, the first update that we actually need to talk about ahead of this game tomorrow revolves around the players themselves, and more specifically, the players that actually missed the game versus Hamilton. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, obviously Rangers played Hamilton in a behind-the-door sort of bounce match where Rangers went ahead and won 2-1 thanks to the iconic line, penalty to Rangers, except it wasn't Tavernier that stepped up to take it. No. It was Alfredo Morelos. He smashed that bad boy right down the middle and he won the game versus Hamilton. And because of that, I think we now know who the designated penalty taker will be for the upcoming season. It looks like it's Alfredo Morelos. Just in case you didn't hear anything about that game, the other person who scored in the match to bring us back level was actually young Calvin Bassey on his debut as well. But in that game there was a couple of several key players that was actually missing because of injuries. Well, ahead of this game tomorrow, they are officially okay and they all should feature in them, which is absolutely fantastic news, because the players that was missing that game because of the injury slash being managed carefully by the coaching staff were Ryan Jack, Stephen Davis, Philippe Polander and Alan frickin' McGregor. But they weren't the only ones. Nah. Also, young Nathan Patterson also missed that game because of an injury. But again, all of them are apparently okay for the game tomorrow. And I mention it because, yes, it's very important to have our key players back ahead of that first game of the season versus Aberdeen. But that fifth player that we mentioned right there, I think it's so important. These runny 4 games in this pre-season for young Nathan Patterson, because we all know what our situation slash problem is at right back. It's Tavernier or bust. That's the situation that we find ourselves as we currently are right now making today's video. We haven't brought anyone else and it's just been players leaving and leaving. There's no more cover there anymore. We were very stacked at the full back spots, but that's gone now. We've not got Flanagan there in case something happens to Tavernier. We've not got Polster there who can play in there if something happens to Tavernier. All that's left right now at this football club is Patterson and Tavernier. Now, yes, Ross McCrory may or may not be used in that right back spot as cover as the season goes on, but as we move into this game versus Lyon, I think this is a massive chance now for Patterson, who turned a lot of heads in January with a couple of his performances and just the work rate, the effort and the potential that you can see in the laddie. But these running 4 games coming up, I feel is so important for him, because I feel like with everything that's happened, with all the players that's been cleared out, your Flanagans, your Polsters, right, that's pushed him closer to the path to the first team, with the number change moving away from the youth-esque number right to a number you're expecting to be in and amongst the team all season long. It's almost as if Steven Gerrard's put a carrot in front of the lad and say, right, you want it? We'll go and play and get it. And starting tomorrow, he should get that chance to go ahead and get it. So keep an eye on young Patterson. This could be huge for him and us. But he isn't just the only youth player that should get a chance tomorrow versus a very good European side. We've heard a lot now about Lewis Mayo, right? If you followed this channel, we spoke about him last season and we spoke about what Gerrard said about Mayo. There is a very good player in there. He's still a young boy. That's what Steven Gerrard said about Mayo. He needs to bulk up, he needs to get bigger, and that will come with time. Well, 12 months later, ladies and gentlemen, where we find ourselves right now, the guy is certainly grown up. And he's bulking up. Hell, he's bigger than the fridge. And even though it is crap to talk about, obviously the serious injury to Katic, which will keep him out to pretty much till after January, is what we've been hearing lately. There is now a path now to the first team for Mayo. Just like we talked about Patterson, it's been opening up now for a couple of our very talented youth players, and Mayo has this opportunity and has this chance as well to impress over the next 4 games starting tomorrow, to say, hey, you didn't need to go and loan in another centre back for cover for Katic. I'm here, I'm one of your own, and I've got something about me. So best of luck to the 2 young laddies. Hopefully they can grab their opportunities as it's coming, or it seemingly is coming, over this pre-season with the 4 games that we've got lined up before that game versus Aberdeen. Best of luck to them. Hopefully they kill it, and again, keep an eye on them too, because I feel like they especially will be playing with fire in their belly. This won't be a walk-in friendly to them or just a wee game to ease in. This will mean everything to them too, and I'm expecting when they do get on the park, they'll play exactly like that. And that actually transitions me into my next couple of players I want to talk about to keep an eye out ahead of this game versus Lyon. Now, they're not youth players like who we just spoken about. It's more established players with a point to prove, to say that, hey, I want to stay at this football club. Now, the first one is going to be Jamie frickin' Murphy, who I think, if we're being brutally honest, a lot of us expected to have already left the football club or be announced to leave. I know the transfer window's just officially opened yesterday, but again, there's been deals going left, right and centre. I think we all expected Murphy or our team to come in, even Burton, to come in and snap him up, but he's still here, and it's not as if he's just here in the background or anything like that. He is featuring heavily in all the training videos and all the training pictures, and that's the first time I've seen that for Jamie Murphy, being front and foremost in all these videos and all these things that's getting promoted by our social media team under Gerrard. This is the first time. So has he shown he's got a wee bit already behind the scenes? Now he's going to be given an opportunity in the training matches. He's obviously over there in Lyon, so that tells me there's no really a move lined up for the laddie. So keep a wee eye out for Jamie Murphy as well. Let's see how much he features and how he gets on and what role he plays. Maybe he'll be flipped over to the right where he has played in his career before. And the other player that's in a very similar place to Jamie Murphy, another one who looked like he was off ski, was Dockett. Again, heavily featured. You see him in the videos, you see him in the undefeated squad that's been posted and plastered all over the social media for Rangers TV. And listen, I know I harp on and on about Greg Dockett, and I've done that a hell of a lot over the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to bore you with that, but all I will say is, when he is consistently given game time, he's usually putting in consistent performances, and he showed that over his last 2 loan moves. So again, interested to see how he gets on when he is given a chance on that park. But I just want to say, by the way, even though I've mentioned that the last 2 players, Greg Dockett and Jamie Murphy, has featured heavily a part of the videos and the stuff that's been put out by the social media team, in no way am I trying to say that confirms that they're staying and they're being given a chance under Steven Gerrard for the upcoming season. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because it could just be the way it was filmed that day, or it could be a wee hang to say, look, there's the players you want, they're fully fit and they're ready. If you want them, come and get them. Now, the latter makes me physically sick to think about, because I want both of them to be in and amongst the actual Rangers team. But I thought I would just say, in case people start focusing in too much on who's there and who's not there. Now, some of you will know exactly where I'm going with this, but just in case you don't know, I am of course referring to Alfredo Morelos, or should I say, the lack of him. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, I've poked fun at this now a couple of times, especially over the last couple of things fired out by the official Rangers Twitter account. But because there has been comments, there has been Instagrams, and because this is a preview/prediction video, let's actually discuss it seriously now, ladies and gentlemen. Do I think, because Alfredo Morelos hasn't been involved in the strip launch, he's not been involved in a lot of the videos, he's not been involved in a lot of the pictures, do I think all that means that Alfredo Morelos is on his way out this football club? No. No, I don't. I'm honestly not worried about the fact that he wasn't part of the kit launch, because if you remember a couple seasons ago under Hummel, who featured left, right and centre in that strip launch? Greg Docherty. 6 days after it, he was loaned out to Shrewsbury, ladies and gentlemen. So that isn't a major red flag for me. Because when you just look at the facts and you just take a step away from all the speculation, all the delicious rumours, all the kit launch stuff that people keep going back to, if you just look at the facts, we have played 1 game as Alfredo Morelos has been at our club during this pre-season. It was a behind the doors friendly versus Hamilton. Alfredo Morelos not only played in that game, but he stepped up and scored. Now, if this was a guy that was being shied away and he wasn't taking a part of this training and he wasn't taking a part of this kit launch because there was a move lined up, do you really think he'd be allowed to play in a bounce game versus Hamilton if he was moving to the likes of Everton? No. no for me. Again, I'm not officially ruling out that Alfredo Morelos will leave the football club. I'm not one of these guys that's got the phone to Rangers and is in the know or anything like that. I'm just a fan, just like you, ladies and gentlemen. I just love my football club. I love talking about it. But from my perspective, I'm not worried about Morelos. There's speculation about Morelos every single time the window is open. I'm pretty sure he will be a part of the game tomorrow versus Lyon. If not, he'll definitely be a part of the game versus Nice. Because everything we've seen and we've heard from the gaffer, from Ross Wilson, from the football club itself, Alfredo Morelos remains a key part of the plans going in to next season. And until the day a big bid actually comes in from, he's ours, ladies and gentlemen. So let's enjoy them. But with all that being said, and a truly messy preview / prediction video, I do apologise about that. All that's left is for me and thee to do a wee stab in the dark and trying to predict the unpredictable. It's a friendly, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know who all will be playing at a certain point, what will the team rotations and all that be. But it's fun, ladies and gentlemen. It's about Rangers, so get your thoughts and opinions out there. While you guys are hopefully doing that, I will give you mine very, very briefly. I'm expecting an attacking game. I'm expecting goals in this game. But I am expecting Rangers to come away with a 2-1 win. And I can't wait for this. But now that me and thee have had their say, let's jump over to Twitter then and hear from the people. There's still 52 minutes remaining and there's 1,340 votes. That's nasty, nation. That is just filthy for yous. 13% picks Lyon, 12% votes for the draw, but the far and away winner with 75% of the vote is our Rangers pre-season tournament win. We love that. We love that. Let's see what they've had to say. The channel legend Ross Wilson is the first one in and he writes in 2-0 CJ. Hadji. Brace. Peter Ramsey is expecting goals in this game and he goes 3-2. Hadji, Kent and Jermaine Defoe. Rory picks Rangers 3-0. Peter Clark writes in 5-5. Wouldn't mind it, it's a sign. Jambo writes in, going to be one of those games I think, either a sluggish 0-0 or we turn it on and win 3-0. Hadji to score 2 and a captain's goal as well. Register 5 writes in, happy birthday CJ, have a good one. Thank you so much mate. Andrew Wilson writes in, Rangers 2-1 win with an Alfredo Morelos at the double. Did I predict my goal scorers? I don't think I did I? No. Okay, well my goal scorers very briefly will be Morelos, because it's all lining up to be a Morelos goal. And I'm expecting Mayo, big header son. Did you see that? Still got it lads. Still got it. Stuart writes in, oh my sweet 55, I missed this. I'll go 2-1 to Rangers, Hadji and Aribo to score. I think I threw my back out. Honestly. There's pain there. No, there's blame, there's a claim. Bob Steele writes in, I'm going to go optimistic for our first game back and say 3-0 to Rangers. Well, it worked last time, Bob. I wouldn't mind it. Callum McCracken writes in 1-0, Big Bassey to score a 50-yard screamer in the 97th minute. That's naughty for Callum. Kevin Wakeham writes in draw. I'd like to see win, but Lyon are a higher quality than the likes of Marseille. Well, that's interesting considering Marseille slapped them left, right and centre. Scott Wood writes in, I'll go 3-0 Rangers. Big Daniel Kuzan to steal the show. Oh wait, happy birthday my man. You had me in the first half there, mate. Well done, Scott. And last but not least, we'll scroll up here, we'll scroll down here, and we'll stop it. Oh, that's one we've picked before. We'll do it again very quickly. Stop it right here, and it comes from Danny G. And he writes in, Rangers 3-0, a Calvin Bassey hat-trick. Well, that right there would be absolutely filthy, ladies and gentlemen. But that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's a bit messy, but again, I wanted to make a video. I wanted to talk about a couple of key points and a couple of interesting things I think will be interesting to see ahead of the game. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I have been CJ Nova 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.